you have a budget and you have a certain amount of money and there's a decision taken to go from 3 to whatever players at 1, how does that decision process work? Is it you? Is it communal? Just there's a sense that, you know, decisions are being taken above you, and I just want you to react to that suggestion today.
So I shall react on a suggestion. So, but what is the suggestion? That I...
Just talk through the process. If you know budget, you know you have a budget.
When you have a budget and and then somebody tells you the prices, then the budget, and you can judge the budget. Or you increase the budget, or what can you do?
Well, you decide whether you spend money on one player, or whether you decide to spread the budget because you need 3, 4 players. How does that go? You know, we just want to get a sense of what that process where you reach that decision comes from.
The decision about the budget comes from our owners, and the other decisions they have to come from us. So if the budget is the budget, then you have to do what you have to do. So that's not that difficult. I don't understand it. So if there are a lot of things are important in football. The budget is important, and then timing is important. Knowing when things can happen is important. Like kind of guarantees are important. If we go for it, will we get it? It's important. If you put too much focus on something you only might get, then all the rest, the market could be gone. Theoretically, these kind of things. So these are important things. It's a normal thing. It's much easier to sit in your chair in that moment to judge it and say that's not enough, than on the other side to decide what you use the money for. That's it.
So at what point did you realise how big the rebuild was going to be? I mean, has something changed with what's happening this season? Was there a moment that it changed and you thought, perhaps we need 1, maybe we need 2, but now you think you may need a lot more than that?
The first thing is when you are convinced about something and you want to do it, then you need to create a feeling while the process is happening that it can work out. If you don't have that feeling, then it just holds you back. Then you cannot fight for Kylian Mbappe from now on and say that's the only offensive player we want, and realize then in the end he goes to Real Madrid or stays at PSG as an example. So that makes no sense. So you know, that's the prices. Maybe you know it, or maybe you don't know it, and prices change over times and stuff like this, and that's it. So we have just to make sure we have to make decisions for the team, for the club. We have to make these kind of decisions, and we cannot dream. We cannot be angry if we don't get this or get that. There's no chance for it. Why should that? We cannot discuss things you want to discuss all the time in public. What kind of situation would that be? I react like a supporter or like you and be, oh, how can I do this and how can I do that? And he doesn't get this and he doesn't get that. Who cares? We have to sort it. That's all what we have to do. It's not, for us, it's not fun, like, oh my God, they've signed him, great, all that ever. That's our life, our business, what we really have to put right. And it doesn't help if I ask for something and don't get it, and then I say, yeah, then I don't want it anymore. So with him or not. That's just rubbish. That's not okay. So I'm too much a professional. You are in this business. You make sure that's what we can do. Fine, work with it, done, that's it, and make the best of it. Go about on a training ground. In this moment, it looks like if you sign these players, everything will be fine. This player, everything will be fine. If you sign this player, oh my God, we cannot really. We really want to play football again. That's based on other season we are playing. I understand that, but imagine now I would fall into that trap as well, and I would say, yeah. Ooh. These guys obviously don't want to see them anymore, and now let's make 12 changes, and then yes, we have to build a new team and these kind of things. But it's not like that. It's not that heated. It's a normal situation, like it always was. You're interested in a player, you think about a player, you have to check if it's possible or not, it's not possible. So, and the things you write are so often so far away from the truth. It's unbelievable. And not because you want to lie, just because you follow something, what they're saying. It's unbelievable how far away you are. That's the only thing I wish for you. One day be in my role, knowing what's happening and reading what you're writing and thinking, "Poor, really? No. Why should I? Why should I? It's just in general. It's in general. You just should. It's fine. It's no problem. I have no clue what was written this week. I didn't follow what was written this week. Is that you take that now as criticism? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. What I say is the world is full of news. Sorry, I didn't want to criticize you. Honestly, that was not my intention. The world is full of news. The world we are living in, full of news. And you know, in other subjects, how often is left and right of the truth. And in our situation, people probably think, so the prices are very often not even close, things like this. At one point they might be right, I don't know, but most of the time they are not. That's just the situation. It's fine. It's part of the business. And I have no clue why we talk now like this about it, just because you asked the question how the process is. You know how the process is, exactly. What you want to know from me, if I sit here and I'm angry on our owners because we cannot do this or that, I'm not. I don't agree all the time with everything we do, but I'm employed here, and I'm not here to be angry about things but work out or will not work out. Now, if I'm angry, we don't have all of a sudden more money and whatever sources to do everything. The way we did the things in the past is the way we will do it in the future. That's the way. I cannot change that. So, and nobody could change that, by the way. Bring a new manager, he sits there, gets the numbers, and from here we go. That's the situation. And it will not change. It's fine. We were pretty successful with that. It was absolutely okay. That we didn't win the four things last year, but had nothing to do with the transfer market. That we didn't sign enough players or whatever. Or maybe people think if we have this player, then we have a point more or whatever. That's possible. So, but that's the situation. Again, it was no criticism. I just say it's a heated thing, and whatever they can. We have now, how did I see, 12 midfielders or whatever, which we could sign, stuff like this. Yeah, fine. There are a lot of good players out there. Honestly, there are a lot of good players out there, and we are interested in all good players. And some of them, hopefully, will end up here. That's all.
You said it yourself, you're a professional, you've got a job, you concentrate on that. The job is quite clear that you said already it's a rebuild, and there are at least 3, 4, 5 players leaving in the summer which you will need to replace. Liverpool can't go out and spend 300 million like Chelsea did or Manchester City have done and Manchester United have done in the past. So you signed for 3 years to do that rebuild. Is it possible to take Liverpool back to the level that you had them
We as
in those 3 years with the budget that you do have?
For us, playing football to be successful, yes, that must be possible. Of course, it's possible to play much better football than we do this year. Yes, it must be possible. But other teams have the opportunity to improve as well. So, but that's a completely normal thing. So if you are first in the table or second in the table and you bring in new players, so that's obviously not a bad situation. So we are in a moment, what are we, 8th or whatever? So we bring in new players. If we are 6th, 7th or 5th, then we are already better than this year, but that's obviously not our aim. Yes, we can become a team again where nobody wants to play against, and that's a starting basis. You don't have to be the best football team to win the league. You don't have to be the best football team to win anything. You just have to make sure you agree on the way you want to play and go from there and make something special of it. So that's what you have to be, and all the rest is always the same. I get it. It's every year. In the best years we had this discussion. It was never enough. We have to do this. We have to do that, and then we did what we could do. So that's how it is. Again, the situation is clear. You are right. Other clubs can do, obviously, in some situations more than us. I'm the wrong person to ask. I am. That's it. But I'm always sitting here and have to explain it. That's a bit of not so cool, to be 100% honest. It's not my money we are talking about.
I guess the thing is, as a manager, you've proven yourself at such a level that you could go to any of those clubs that can spend that money. And
These
have
club,
that.
yeah, but this is my club. Yeah, well, nothing. But that's now. What do you suggest? I quit here and then I wait for the next top job